Hello, everyone. Um, this is a bit intimistic. It's dark this time of year in Denmark, so the light has gone down, and I'm in my game room, which is very messy at the moment. I am sort of rearranging everything. Um, so yeah, and I've been asked a question about rifle squads. What are rifles good for anyway? I can see what they're good for maybe in Americans because they get special rules for their rifles. What are they good for in other armies? Well, the humble rifleman. This is one of my Brits, painted up to be a bit dark in his skin because I mostly use like Indians and Gurkhas and stuff that is from the colonies, basically, in my lists. Um, so, what are they good for? Um, the rifle platoon, the rifle squads are the main part of your army, and I think you should think of them as the main part of your army. The rest of your army is there to support them, and that's because the riflemen are what is there to take objectives. Um, that is what they do. So when you're building a list, if you know that you're going to a tournament, well, you can do whatever you like, right? But if you are no, the other way around. If you're going to a tournament, you really need to focus on your infantry. That is my point. Um, I've seen a lot of like meta tournament lists where people um, tune down the infantry in order to get more tanks or more multi rocket launchers or more anything whatever artillery, something to kill the enemy. And I think this is a mistake. I think that you should start by focusing on your infantry and then figure out what you're going to do to support it. The rifle platoon is the basis of your army. It's the best thing your army has. It has multi-purpose. It can defend. It can take objectives. It can fight in close combat. It's the multi tool of your army. And if you're taking your infantry inexperienced, you should never ever try to like pay points to buy SMGs or whatever. If you're going to do that, then you really need to know why you're doing it, because inexperienced, because they get that -1 to hit, right? So they're not very good. And regulars are again the basic. It's the multi-tool of your army list. So you can see really good things done with inexperienced riflemen or with regular riflemen. They can really do stuff. Of course, where I am at, I usually go for veterans. I like my veterans. I like the idea. I like the concept. I like how they feel on the tabletop, especially since I like them up close and personal. And that's where you can sort of argue that when you want troops that are going to go up to the enemy and engage them in close combat or assault them, stay within 6 inches range and just fire away with their SMGs or whatever, then you might need other stuff than just the average rifleman. But for any other army and for any other function, I would suggest that rifles are the best thing you can do. Assault rifles for the Germans are expensive, and you get 2 shots, yes, but you only have 18 inches range. The rifles are the perfect blend. They are the perfect blend of range and ability to shoot. And there are armies that can really benefit from having rifles. Of course, Americans, they benefit a lot, but the British also have some very nice special rules. If you look at their national special rules, you can have rapid fire, which makes every third rifle shoot once again, right? So you can go in and you can sort of tailor your national special rules with the Brits to fit riflemen. That works really well for the Brits. Soviets, of course, and Japanese can really benefit from the rifles as well, because then you're going the horde way, hordes of riflemen. Yes, the enemy will kill a lot of them, but they are inexperienced. They're basically dirt cheap, so you can have so many of them, and that many rifles is really, really scary. It is. Um, Final army that I would suggest really benefits from having rifles is the Finnish. Finnish riflemen are almost every single one of them are like worth their weight in gold. You should never ever buy SMGs for your Finns if you can avoid it. Use the rifle rules, use the sissy special rules with like advancing and going into ambush, all of that. Really, really beneficial to the Finnish. And of course, by the way, if you're going Brits, think about Chindits. Chindits have the move and fire special rule. So they're basically American troops. So yeah. So the riflemen, I would suggest that you look more at them. Don't just automatically go and say, okay, I need the basic 5 riflemen in my platoon, min-maxing. Think about how many you need. I would suggest that that depends on what you're going to use them for. Are you going to assault with them? Then you need big groups. Are you going to have them standing behind objectives in your own zone in cover? Then you need smaller groups, and maybe they can be inexperienced. So figure out what you want them to do, and then rifles can do most things. Cheers!